Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cyber Art, and today I am drawing Misery in Low from the book Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I'm going to do a little bit of a chat about the book and my painting process. I'll talk first about the book. So, literally, this book I was not expecting to be so gravitated towards it. Like, I really picked it up and I finished it in a couple of days, and I usually don't do that with books. I get pretty bored easily. But with this book, oh my goodness, like I could not put the book down, and I usually can put books down and then get bored and then pick them up again later. But this book was super solid. And I've read one Ali Hazelwood book before, like I kind of audiobooked it. I didn't really pay attention to it much because I got bored. And it was The Love Hypothesis, which is like her most famous book. And I also heard that the Love Hypothesis was based off like Raylo fanfic, which is freaking crazy. And you could tell by the cover. I don't know if that's true, but you could tell by the cover, like, that's Kylo Ren and Ray. I don't know. Oh, is her name right? Yeah. Anyway, so I didn't really care much for that book, and I know people loved it, but I think I didn't care much for it because I don't really like contemporary romance where it's like real life. Like, I don't want to be in real life. Like, give me something fake. Like, no. I'm not really reading about like a Earth in a universe that like I exist in, and no. So when she did paranormal, like this paranormal book, I was like, okay, maybe I can pick this up because werewolves and vampires, you know, I'm a Twilight fan. Like, let me pick this up. And it was really good. I really liked this book, and I immediately wanted to draw it. But I think if you're a fan of like paranormal or fantasy, like romance books and stuff like that, I think it's a solid book. Like the plot was like pretty good. It wasn't like crazy convoluted. Like it was just solid, you know? And it was just solid, good plot, whatever. And I really liked her characters. Like they're more memorable, and the main character Misery, like hilarious, funny. I heard that like a lot of her books, the main female characters are really funny. And I thought Misery was hilarious. Like I really enjoyed reading that book. Like I laughed out loud a lot of times. And I liked Lo's character as well. Like I didn't like, it wasn't like, ew, he's so edgy and so like, you know, like vampire and like don't come near me, and like no, like it was like regular chill vibes, like, you know. I don't know if I'm making sense. But yeah, the book was really good. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a solid book. I definitely think people should read it if they like romance. And it's like not super long. Like its pace was really like good, solid, whatever. And I will say I did grow up on Wattpad, AO3. So just saying that, if you read the book, you know. But yeah, so I'm going to explain a little bit about my drawing process here when you can really see these colors that I'm adding in here, which is like green for him and then purple for her. I did that on purpose because Ali Hazelwood describes the werewolf blood being green and vampires being purple, I think. And was it purple? I really don't know. In the book, like it's written like the werewolf characters would like blush green, which I can't imagine. I don't know what the hell that looks like, but I tried to kind of incorporate it in their skin. So I used I put the hue to green, and then I made it super bright, and I put that on the high points of their face. And when reading that and the colors were described, especially with their eyes as well, I'm pretty sure he had green eyes and she had purple eyes. I really looked at it and thought like neon. And you think of like vampire and werewolf vibes, and you think dark greens, dark forest, dark red, blood, roses, things like that. And I think that is a beautiful vibe. Like I put them in kind of like a dark foresty mountain vibe in the background with like the moonlight. But I also thought of like neon. Like she, in the beginning of the book, like puts this like green paint on like her neck, like her temples and like her chest or whatever before she gets married. And in my head I was thinking like, I feel like these colors are so notable that they should be so bright and like fluorescent, if that's the word. Also, I was really struggling with her hair here. I don't know why I could not do blonde hair. I just was very much so struggling with the hue, the color. What does blonde hair, like, what does the color even look like in this lighting? Like, I was pretty confused. I kind of got it by the end. Maybe it was a little bit too bright, but it was fine. But yeah, she put on this green paint, and I just thought, like, what if things were just neon? Their eyes were just so bright. The paint was just so bright. Their hue of, like, their blood coming through their skin is so bright. And so I kind of went with that, and I thought that looked pretty. Like, what would it look like if it was a movie? And that's just kind of how I followed it. I knew she wore like a jumpsuit in the beginning as well. I don't know if it said it was blue, but I decided to make it blue. Maybe it was white. Yeah, like a lot of my painting process, I just lay down flat colors and I start building on top of that. And I'm trying to do more backgrounds because I feel like I really need to incorporate that more. I don't feel like that's my strong suit, but that's what I did for this. And yeah, I just kind of interpreted them looking like this, and that was in my head. Yeah, so thank you for listening. Enjoy the rest of the speed paint. There's a bit more. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.